In Philippine folklore, there is the Aswang. By day, an ordinary person. By night, something else. It follows armies, disease, famine. It does not kill itself. It comes where death already exists. It feeds on the dead. April 1942, the Bataan Peninsula. The Japanese army forced 76,000 prisoners along a 100-kilometer road. Later, local villagers said there was someone else walking behind the column. They heard its footsteps. December 1941 to April 1942, American and Filipino forces held Bataan for 3.5 months. Food ran out in January. By March, they were eating cats, rats, and leather belts. On April 9th, 1942, General King signed the surrender. 76,000 men. The Japanese expected 15,000. 5 times more arrived. There was no plan for that many prisoners. They made a decision. Let them walk on their own. April 10th, 1942, Marivels, the column. 76,000 men. The April sun of the Philippines was more than heat. It was wet, heavy, crushing heat, with no shelter on the open road. Most were already sick. Nearly all had been hungry for weeks. Private Leon Lam stared down the road, 100 kilometers ahead. No one had told him that number. He knew only one thing. As long as you keep walking, you live. They were given no water. Along the road were puddles, filthy, contaminated. The prisoners rushed toward them. Sometimes the guards allowed it. Sometimes they did not. Dysentery from the dirty water killed almost as quickly as heat without water. The men knew that. They drank anyway. The body is wiser than the mind. When you are dying of thirst, future illness feels theoretical. But the water is there, right now. Leon Lam drank from puddles like that 3 times. 3 times he survived. He never knew how to explain it. On the second day of the march, Leon passed through the village of Limay. Locals stood along the roadside. Some carried food. The guards drove them back. An old woman at the roadside was shouting something in Tagalog. Leon did not understand every word, but one word he knew: Aswang. He did not look back. Looking back meant stopping. Stopping meant dying. That night, in the field, he heard footsteps behind him. Footsteps that should not have been there. He told himself he was imagining them. Maybe he was. Day 3. The Japanese guards used what prisoners later called the sun torture for hours, on their knees, under the open sun. Whoever collapsed was killed. Sergeant Matthews sat there and counted seconds, then minutes, then lost count. He thought about his daughter. She was 3 years old. She did not know where he was. He thought about water. He thought about his daughter. He thought about water. He survived that day and the next. By the 5th day, the road was covered with bodies. The prisoners walked past them, then over them. No one removed the dead. Later, local villagers said that some bodies disappeared during the night. They explained it in different ways. Wild dogs, the jungle. But some said, Aswang, tall, dark, fast, moving back into the jungle at dawn. In Philippine folklore, the Aswang does not cause death itself. It only comes where death already exists. The road through Bataan was such a place. On the sixth day, a well, real, with water. The crowd rushed, the guards opened fire. Leon Lamb was in that crowd. He did not reach it. They pulled him back. He looked at the water in the well, dark, cool, living water, and thought, this is it, the line beyond which nothing matters anymore. He did not cross it. He did not know why. Eighth night, a sugarcane field. The prisoners were herded between rows of cane without food or water. Matthews found Leon in the dark. They had been walking side by side for days, speaking languages they both barely understood. Silence was also a language. They lay there, chewing sugarcane, listening to the night. Matthews said in English, "Do you hear that?" Leon answered, "I hear it." They never spoke of it again. Day 10. Kapas, the railway station. The prisoners were loaded into freight cars, iron, heated by the sun. The cars were packed so tightly no one could fall. The dead stood upright. The living pressed against them from all sides. Leon reached Kapas. Matthews reached Kapas. Of the 76,000 who left Mariveles, about 60,000 reached the camp. The rest, along the road, in the jungle, in the ditches, in the field at Balante. Camp O'Donnell, built for 10,000, it received 60,000. Several hundred died each day. Leon spent 3 months there. He lost half his body weight. He watched men die who had walked 100 kilometers with him. He survived, and he did not know why. That not knowing stayed with him for the rest of his life. Why me and not them? After the war, General Homma was brought to trial. The charge: war crimes, the Death March. His defense: he did not know the details. The guards acted independently. The tribunal did not accept this argument. Homma was executed in 1946. The survivors who testified, among them Matthews, said, "This was not what we needed. We needed the word why, not guilty, but why." The tribunal could not give that word. No tribunal can. 1945. Leon returned home. His village had survived. His father was alive. A year later, on the Day of the Dead, his father brought food and water to the doorstep. According to old custom, Leon asked, "For whom?" His father answered, "For those who walked with you and did not make it, so they do not go hungry." Leon looked at the bowl of water on the doorstep and thought about the well at Balante. The road is still here, the same road, the same ground. The jungle grew back. Villages were rebuilt. Children play near the memorial. A carabao passes by. On the bronze monument, soldiers in march, their faces without names. 76,000 men in a single gesture of bronze. Leon Lamb returned to this road in 1962. Alone, he stood where the well had been. He stood there and then left. He did not say what he felt. No one asked. The Aswang is a symptom, not a cause. It comes where the world has broken. When the world is repaired, it leaves. But it does not leave forever. It returns to the jungle. It waits. It always waits. Because the world breaks again and again. That is what the world does. Leon Lam died in 1989 in his village in Pampanga. Matthews in 1978 in Alabama. They did not see each other after the war. That night in the sugarcane field, they both heard something. We do not know what it was. Silence, only birds, only dawn.